It's something you can't see. It's something that consumes your life. It's something that you feel like there's no hope that it will go away. It makes you feel like you're worth nothing. Like you're not able to accomplish anything in life. That nobody likes you. That you don't like yourself. That you can't make friends. You can't be loved. Everything is just hopeless. You have no energy. You don't want to get out of bed in the morning. You don't want to have to socialize with people at school or at work. But you do. You want to be able to hold a conversation, but without the anxiety and the thoughts in your head saying, they don't like me, I said something wrong, and hours on you're still thinking about what you said and how it possibly could have gone wrong, or how you said something wrong and you dwell on that. You think about months ago when you said something so little, but you have that fear that they still think negatively of you if they did it all. You don't want to have to get up and put on a smile because that takes so much effort. You try to hold back the tears all day long, but sometimes you just can't. Sometimes you stay homesick. And if you tell somebody you're sick, they're like, oh, how are you sick? And you just say, oh, my stomach hurt. And that's not lying. But that's not necessarily the whole cause. Depression and anxiety has a toll on your physical abilities. It can make your stomach hurt. It can cause headaches and migraines. It can cause shaking and sweats. It just can make you feel like you can't control yourself. You physically cannot do anything. You have the fear that you're just gonna fall. That you have no more energy to do anything. People don't understand that. It takes the breath away from you to try to look okay, to fake that smile. You feel afraid to start a conversation with someone. And when somebody starts a conversation with you, sometimes you just try to avoid it, but not necessarily being rude. But because you're afraid you're going to mess it up. People sometimes think you're selfish or lazy or conceited because you don't do the things that those who are outgoing and super optimistic do. Because your brain doesn't let you. Sometimes it's caused by things that have happened to you in the past. For me, it's just something that has been passed down to me through family. Yes, I take medication for it, but it can only help to a certain point. And sometimes certain medications don't work. But sometimes they do. Sometimes you have highs in months where you have highs and you feel like you're the happiest you've ever been and you don't understand how you're this happy, but you are. And then you sink and you have to sink and it feels like you're sinking so far down that you can't get back up. And you're in a hole of darkness where you just want to stay in your room and hide and do nothing. But when you do that, the dark thoughts start crawling in, telling you the thoughts that you're no good, and bring out all of your insecurities. You just sit and cry, but then you have no more energy to cry. You have no more energy to do anything anymore. You have no energy to try to be better. You don't want any help from anybody, but you know that's the best thing to do, but you still don't want to do it. You know that people are there for you, but you don't want to have to admit that. You think that you're stronger than what you are, but sometimes you need that hand to pull you out of that hole you are in. There's no escaping it. It's always there. But sometimes it doesn't have as much of a pull on you as it can. There's some outlets that are better for some people. Just to get away from your thoughts. It's scary to sit alone with your thoughts and let your mind control you. It's scary to be alone sometimes, to close your door and let nobody in, but that's what you want. You want to be alone, but you don't. You want help, but that makes you feel like you can't help yourself, like you are worth nothing because you can't pull yourself out of this hole. You don't want people to judge you for asking for help, but you know somebody will even if they won't. You just don't want to do anything. Then there's the rare occasions that people do come up to you and say something that catches you off guard, even if it's just a joke, and they say, "Oh, you're looking whatever today." And it's not necessarily that you're sensitive, but that you don't know any different than to take that and say, "I already know that, but it hurts me to take it from another person." You try to look like you're okay. Women are said to just throw clothes all around, trying to pick the perfect outfit. And to a certain degree that's true, but it's different for me and for others. You try on so many different things just to cover up your insecurities and to try and not stand out, but to be accepted. And with your hair and makeup, you want to look okay, but you don't want to draw attention to yourself. But you don't want to draw attention to yourself so much that you're not wearing makeup and you didn't do your hair, and to think that you were lazy and didn't do anything. It's a terrifying thing.